emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Hello and welcome to the Final Order Report, where we bring you a hand-picked selection of comics and graphic novels before they head to print and quantities are finalized. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop and your last chance to subscribe or special order before the final order deadline this Monday, October 14th at noon. These titles will be hitting our shelves as soon as November 6th. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account online or access your existing account to order and pay securely online, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. I'll do it like this. Once you sign into Comichub, you can see the click behind the green banner, shop coming soon. You'll see all the following carousels. You've got the current search. Below that is a carousel for preview pages. Then we've got one for the Last Call. That's what we'll be using today. And below that are next Wednesday's items. That's everything we're expecting in the store on Wednesday. And the bottom carousels are for upcoming and ongoing event storyline crossover thingies, including Raid on Grey Malkin and the ongoing Venom War. Okay, let's go back to the Last Call Carousel, and once you hit the View All button, it opens up to top to bottom scrolling. Let's get this back to where we started. Here we are at the beginning of the alphabet. We've got alphanumeric filters at the top, red buttons, and then we've got publisher, category, brand, etc. filters. And the first thing that we will be looking at today is Final Order Report for new printings. We've got plenty of new printings to look at today, and we'll start off with Skin Police. This beautiful cover is back in print on Skin Police #1. This is a second printing from Oni Press from writer Jordan Thomas with art by Daniel Gette, who did this cover as well as the interiors. Get a second printing of Falling in Love on the Path to Hell #5. This book has, the first printing is yet to ship. I think it comes out this Wednesday, but they are expecting a in-store sellout. Fingers crossed, but you can get your copy of a second printing here with this recolored art for shipping on November 6th. Hyde Street #1 gets a second printing with this yellow tinted cover. Also from Image Comics, we get a new giant size special for Les Morts 13, representing all of Ashley Wood and T.P. Luis's Les Morts 13 in this specially priced overstuffed one-shot issue printed on gritty newsprint, 96 pages for $5.99. Also has a B cover by Ashley Wood. Power Fantasy gets a 4th printing for number 1 with this new cover by Casper Weingard. And this B cover, different background for this Casper Weingard cover. Number 2 gets a 3rd printing with this recolored art from the original. The Moon is Following Us number 1 gets a 3rd printing from Daniel Warren Johnson and Riley Rossmo. I think this is that's a Daniel Warren Johnson cover for sure. DC All In Special gets a... There it is. DC All In Special gets a 2nd printing with this color-tinted reprint cover, as well as a blank sketch variant cover. The Amazing Spider-Man 262 gets a facsimile edition. Yeah. Also, hey, thanks to our pals over at Burnt Rubber Omelette for supplying the music for today's program. Their upcoming album, Cargo Shorts of Doom. There it is. Okay, The Amazing Spider-Man 262 gets a facsimile edition reprint with this iconic photograph cover by Bob Layton. And Deadpool number 7 gets a new printing featuring one of the first appearances of Deadpool's daughter Ellie as Deadpool. Star Wars The Battle of Jakku Insurgency Rising number 1 gets a 2nd printing. This is a recolored cover from Phil Noto. And Darth Vader Black, White, and Red gets a Volume 1 graphic novel with an anthology approach to the black, white, and red format. And I think this wraps up our new printings. X Factor number 2 gets a 2nd printing with this recolored Greg Land cover. That will be available on November 20th. And that wraps up our focus on new printings. Let's move over to second issues. Could do that now. First up on second issues is Toxic Avenger number 2. This second issue will be available on November 13th with this Fred Harper cover. Number 1 just came out this week, and it is beautiful and grotesque from Ahoy Comics and writer Matt Bors. Mythologies and Apocrypha from Fantagraphics and cartoonist Tim Lane drops on November 20th. This is going to be regular comic format. This is the second issue of the series from Tim Lane, featuring Steve McQueen and Frank Sinatra in America, plus a 2-sided tipped-in poster. Mad Cave Studios presents Dark Empty Void number 2. Number 1 just came out last week. That's pretty swell, from Zach Kaplan and Chris Sheehan on art. Skin Police number 2 is scheduled for November 6th, same day as the second printing of number 1. Hey, and our pal Ryan Lee is back with Goobers number 2 on November 13th. And the cool news is first issue of Goobers sold out, and we get a second printing with a recolored cover. And also comes with a barf bag variant cover. From Magma Comics, we get Day of the Dead Girl number 2. Number 1 just debuted this week. What did you think? If you're interested, AJ Mendez and Aime Garcia. Barbarella number 2 from Blake Northcott and Anna Morsova with a Joseph Michael Linsner cover. Turtles of Grayskull number 2 gets a second issue on November 13th. This is great. DC Horror presents Creature Commandos number 2. Yeah, there's my regular bro bed. Creature Commandos number 2 from David Mascalian and Jesus Hervas. Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu drops on November 20th from Jed McKay and Alessandro Cappuccio. Sentinels number 2 from Alex Packnadel and Justin Mason on November 20th. And Storm number 2 for release on November 20th from Mariwa Ayodele and Lucas Vernock on art with a Mateus Manhanidi cover on A. Beautiful. And that does it for second issues. Next up, let's take a look at first issues. Okay, we got a bunch this week. I'm going to try and blast through them as quick as possible. First up, we get Josie and the Pussycats, the annual spectacular. Classic material from Ian Flynn, Stephen Butler, and a cover by Vincent Lavallo. There it is. Resurgence, Exo Man of War one-shot from Fred Van Lent, Jesus Barrios, and this cover by Guillermo Fajardo. Drops on November 13th. Also has a B cover by Leo Luan and a C cover, classic Jim Lee tribute by Richard Ortiz. Over at Mad Cave Studios, they have a one-shot from the Gatchaman universe scheduled for November 13th, focusing on Jun, Apex Heart, from Tommy Lee Edwards and Eric Canet with a Tommy Lee Edwards cover. And did this cover? Eric Canet? Really? That's cool. And over at who did this? This is Mad Cave Studios. String number 1 from writer Paul Tobin with art by Carlos Javier Oliveras. Scheduled for November 13th. Yoon Suk Namgung is a 25-year-old Korean-American woman with the remarkable ability to see 2 types of strings connecting various people. The first is blue and stretches between sexual partners. The second, dark black, connects murderers and their victims. If you have a murder that needs solving, Yoon can help. From Paul Tobin, Carlos Javier Oliveras, with this B cover by Eden Chun and Mad Cave Studios. That's it for the small press number 1s. Let's get into some mid-size press here. Fade from Boom Studios number 1 drops on November 6th from Abria Iyengar and artist Mari Costa. Okay, Web series star Abria Iyengar from Critical Role and fan favorite webcomic cartoonist Mari Costa takes readers and fans of Mamo and Critical Role, The Legend of Vox Machina to new realms in this coming-of-age topical new series. It's a nice cover. from Stephanie Hans. Just got these 2 covers. This will be available on November 6th. Also from Boom Studios, we get a new Power Rangers series, Prime. Power Rangers is back. Better than ever. Prepare yourself for Prime, a bold new era featuring a brand new cast of characters, excitement, and attitude. In the vein of Marvel's The Ultimates, get ready to experience a new team, a new mentor, and a threat to Earth unlike anything you've seen before. Angel Grove University's students face a difficult choice after crossing paths with a fugitive straight out of legend. The consequences for hiding her are dire, but her existence may not stay a secret for long. Groundbreaking Power Rangers writer Melissa Flores ushers the iconic Power Rangers mythos into the next era of adventure, joined by acclaimed artist Michael Eag to craft an unmissable experience. Readers perfect for new readers and longtime fans alike. With this Dan Mora cover on A, Junie Ba on B. That's pretty amazing. What is that? A spoiler variant cover. This cover by Bon Bernardo with that's a foil variant for $6.99. And that cover A by Dan Mora, all wrapping up Power Rangers Prime #1. Over at Dynamite, we get a new series from Disney. This is DuckTales #1. The ridiculously wealthy Scrooge McDuck is the most famous resident of Duckburg, but his fortune goes far beyond mere currency. To his young nephews, Uncle Scrooge is rich in something even more important than money: stories. Whether it's the saga of how he dug his first million out of the Klondike, or the many times he saved his lucky #1 dime from the clutches of Majika the Spell. The feisty tycoon is a font of mesmerizing tales, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie can't get enough. From writer Brandon Montclair and artist Tommaso Ronda, with this cover by Ivan Bigarelli. This book ships on November 6th. You can special order these covers from Francesco Tomaselli, Carlo Loro, and Alan Qua, and the classic character art variant by somebody. And that A cover from Ivan Bigarelli, it's DuckTales #1, available on November 6th. Dark Horse has a couple of debuts this week, all with just one cover. This first issue for a new series called Barstow. At the center of the Mojave Desert, at the crossroads between hell and gone, lies Barstow. Agent Miranda Diaz is in this godforsaken land on the trail of a missing agent. He's a man she's never met, and yet her name is the only clue he left behind. Something dark, something demonic lurks beneath this oddball town. But can Miranda unravel the mystery before all hell breaks loose? Award-winning horror writer and filmmaking team David Ian McKendry and Rebecca McKendry team up with Eisner-nominated artist Tyler Jenkins, who also did this cover, for this all-new comedy horror series from Dark Horse Comics, Barstow #1, available on November 20th. Get this debut from Imbokodo and Dark Horse Comics from writer Thabasa Mabana and artist Katligo Motaung. Yes. In the land of the Pyramid Sun, a single step of the Badimu is 1,000 Muntu lifetimes. Wow, this is pretty cool. All right, so this series looks amazing. It's Afrofuturism to the hilt. It's got some great fantasy elements. It's 32 pages. with a price of $3.99, available on November 20th from Dark Horse Comics Imbokodo. Also from Dark Horse, You Never Heard of Me, from Yolanda Zanfardino and Elisa Romboli. I think those two did a series over at Image Comics recently. Can't remember the name of it. But this is called You Never Heard of Me, available on November 20th from Dark Horse Comics. IDW comes out with this King Ghidorah versus Space Godzilla one-shot from the Godzilla Rivals series. Written by Dave Baker, with art by Kevin Anthony Catalan, who also did this A cover. And we get this beautiful B cover from Jay Gonzo. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. Godzilla Rivals from Dave Baker, Kevin Anthony Catalan, available on November 20th. Over also from IDW, Sonic the Hedgehog Knuckles gets a 30th anniversary special. This is written by Ian Flynn with art by Aaron Hammerstrom. This A cover. Got a B cover from Mark Hughes and Emilio. Wrong series. Sonic the Hedgehog Knuckles 30th anniversary from IDW. Over at Image Comics, we get a new series from Mirka Andolfo's Sweet Paprika. This is a 5-issue series, spinning off of Mirka Andolfo's Harvey Award-winning and Eisner Award-nominated Sweet Paprika. Aubrey Jean is a young employee at Infernum Press, and he tries to impress his hero and boss, Miss Paprika, and figure out his relationship with Persica, a friend with benefits who might want to be more. But just as Aubrey and Persica settle into an open relationship that's comfortable for them both, the relationship is thrown into turmoil by Kren. With so many covers from, let's see, we got a Mirka Andolfo, no, we got a Emilio Pilio, who did the interiors, doing this A cover. Mirka Andolfo on B, Robbie Rodriguez on C, Godtail on D, and a polybag version of this Emilio Piliu cover for Mirka Andolfo's Sweet Paprika. Oh, we also get a photo cover. Yeah, there it is. Available on November 6th for Image Comics. Okay. Moving right into the big boy publishers. Here we go with DC Comics number ones. We get Batgirl number 1. This is the brand new series from Tate Bromball with art by Takeshi Miyazawa and this David Tolasky cover. Hold on to your seats, clutch your pearls, and rejoice in celebration because Cassandra Cain is taking center stage in this first solo in her first solo Batgirl series in nearly 2 decades. Wow, that's pretty amazing. We got lots of swell covers. I will say Takeshi Miyazawa on a DC book is pretty amazing. It's a Batgirl book like never before, so join us as we dive into the psyche of one of Gotham's deadliest fighters while exploring her deep and complex relationship with her mother with this David Tolasky cover, Jeff Deckel on B cardstock, an Art Germ cover for C, as well as a foil variant. Oh, I don't trust that price on this D foil variant. It's likely going to be a couple of bucks extra, but we'll see. Batgirl number 1, available November 6th from DC Comics. Get a Green Arrow 2024 annual from regular creative team Joshua Williamson and Sean Isaacs. The final celebration of the Emerald Archer and the Green Arrow family. Oh, I'm guessing they're getting bumped for a new team, Oliver Queen goes on an epic journey as he is forced to find the lost piece of his life. An epilogue issue to the last year of Green Arrow from Joshua Williamson and Sean Isaacs, who did this A cover, and a B cover from Phil Hester, Green Arrow 2024 annual. Ooh, here's a big one from the DC All-In era. JSA #1. The new era of the JSA begins here. Longtime fan favorite characters Hawkman, Hawkgirl, Jade, Obsidian, Jesse Quick, Hourman, Ted Grant, and Sandman are all back on the roster as DC's first superhero team faces their greatest and most personal challenge yet. Will Golden Age ideals hold true in a world recovering from the events of absolute power? Oops. Or do they need a more hardcore approach to stand a chance against the new Injustice Society of America? From superstar writer Jeff Lemire and artist Diego Olortegua, I'll leave it at that, who also did this A cover. We get a B cover on these cardstock variants by Cully Hamner, Travis Mercer, Jeff Lemire doing a JSA cover, awesome. A blank cardstock variant and a foil version of the Travis Mercer cover, all on this JSA #1 new series from DC All-In, Jeff Lemire and Diego available on November 6th. Oh, and we get this new 4-issue miniseries from creative team Morgan Evans and John Michael, Little Batman Month 1, taking place after the events of Merry Little Batman, which I'm unfamiliar with. Gotham finds itself reeling from the Joker's attack, and Damian Wayne, aka Little Batman, is eager to get back into the fight. That's going to be harder than it sounds. Oh, this is cute. It's a complete riff off of the Batman Year 1 cover. And then we get a B cover from Patrick Ballesteros. And that's going to be available on November 6th from DC Comics. Ooh, here's a big one, folks. Very excited by this. Absolute Superman #1. Superstar writer Jason Aaron and Rafa Sandoval on art unleash a shocking new take on the last son of Krypton. Without the fortress, without the family, without a home, what's left is the absolute Man of Steel. Yeah, there it is. We got awesome covers from Rafa Sandoval. Wes Craig, look at this Wes Craig cover, that's awesome. I love it. What else we got? Oh, we got a Jim Lee cardstock variant, a Clayton Crane variant from DC. That's kind of cool. A logo variant. Oh, this is a logo foil variant. Pardon me. And a blank cardstock variant, along with a Jim Lee foil variant, all wrapping up this absolute Superman #1 from Jason Aaron and Rafa Sandoval, capping off the big 3 titles being released from the Absolute Universe. Very excited. All drops on November 6th. If you want any of these variant covers, make sure that you get your orders in by October 14th at noon. Yeah. Okay, we got Marvel. All right, folks. In the home stretch, all new Venom #1. Who is the all new Venom? I'm asking you. The smiling, swashbuckling spider hero New York loves to hate, to love is back, and more fun-loving than ever. That's right, it's Venom! An all-new host has taken the symbiote in a whole new direction. But who? Could be the journalist, the terrorist, the sidekick, or even the mayor. We're giving you all the clues, good believers, but you won't know until the mask comes off. Writer Al Ewing takes Venom in a completely new direction with artist Carlos Gomez, bringing the story to gorgeous life. Oh, we got so many covers here. We got the A cover from Adam Kubert, a B from AVENGERS. That's pretty cool. A Chris Giarrusso cover. Giuseppe Camuncoli, a wraparound cover by Umberto Ramos. This Ivan Cuello gold foil variant. I'm guessing that'll be $10. And an insignia variant. Ooh, following up with a Stephen Platt variant? Really? Are you serious? That's cool. All new Venom #1 from Marvel Comics. Al Ewing, Carlos Gomez will be available on December 4th from Marvel Comics. Get a new one-shot from Marvel and Disney. What if the stars Minnie? And what if she became Captain Marvel? Really? What is the secret past of Minnie Mouse? Inspired by Ms. Marvel Volume 1, Issues 1 through 4. Our story finds the Chronicle newspaper reporter Minnie Mouse tasked with an expose on a new hero on the scene in Duckburg, Captain Marvel. Pegleg Pete, Scorpion, complicates her plans with an attack on the Chronicle building. To make matters worse, John D. Rockerduck and the Beagle Boys attack Scrooge McDuck's money bin. And when Captain Marvel shows up to stop them, Minnie discovers an incredible secret about her past. What is Minnie's connection to Duckburg's sensational new hero, Captain Marvel? From Marvel Comics and Disney presents writer Steve Bailing with art by Giada Parasonoda, who did this A cover. What if Minnie became Captain Marvel with this B cover by Elena Casagrande, Peach Momoko, Phil Noto. Oh man, that Phil Noto is awesome. And Scotty Young on Marvel and Disney. What if Minnie became Captain Marvel? Amazing. Okay, Star Wars: The Battle of Jakku kicks off their second arc with this 5th issue. It may be a little confusing. It may have a #1 on it. We'll see. Star Wars: The Battle of Jakku from writers Alex Segura and artist Stefano Raphael with this Torrin Clark cover, a Sean Isaacs cover, very nice. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm pretty sure this ships twice a month, so gotta come in pretty often to keep up with this story. Okay, folks, we're getting into the last little bit here. We got 2 more titles. Venom War, It's Jeff. This one shot is from It's Jeff, regular creative team, Kelly Thompson with art by Gurahiru, who did this A cover. And this B cover by Inyuk Lee. What's eating Jeff? And what's Jeff eating? That's right, the crossover event of the summer finally catches the real star of Marvel Comics, Jeff the Land Shark. Aww. When Jeff's night of fun is interrupted by the madness of the Venom War, is Marvel's goodest boy going to be able to keep his cool, or will he give in to the symbiote's temptations and eat someone's brains? The team behind the hit Infinity comic brings us an oversized, all-new tale of the world's cutest predator. It's Jeff Venom War. Available on November 20th. And finally, from Marvel Comics this week on Final Order is West Coast Avengers #1 from creative team Jerry Duggan and Danny Kim. Ultron returns, redeemed. Iron Man and War Machine have put together a new team of Avengers, one that includes villains seeking a path to redemption. Their case study, Ultron, who against all odds seems to be walking the straight and narrow for now. But does the success of one guarantee the success of all? Spider-Woman and Firestar have their doubts. And can any amount of heroes really absolve Ultron of his past? I mean, he's kind of a jerk. West Coast Avengers is written by Jerry Duggan with art by Danny Kim with this Ben Harvey cover on A. With this beautiful Firestar art germ variant. Danny Kim with this New Avengers #1 tribute. A Jiyoung Lee variant. Pardon me. Joshua Cassara. A Ron Lim variant. Cool Mask. A Saturday Morning variant by Sean Galloway. And this Adam Hughes foil variant, likely to be $10. If you're interested, make sure to get your orders in by this Monday at noon. Yeah. All wrapping up West Coast Avengers #1 from Jerry Duggan and Danny Kim. And that does it for our focus on first issues. Before I let you go, I just wanted to tell you about some events that we got coming up. And first, of course, I would like to thank oh wait, no, I gotta show 2 more things. That's right. Audrey Hepburn. Totally forgot about this. NBM is putting out a fantastic biography about Audrey Hepburn from writer Michelle Botan with art by Doris Giacchetto, who also did this A cover. This is a 176-page original graphic novel for $24.99 from NBM. Ooh, and one more thing to show you. This one's super awesome. This is a new original graphic novel from Pretty Deadly artist Emma Rios. A gorgeous and brutal story that revolts against the notion of violence as the only response to a life without hope. The sea, secretly more complex than anyone imagined, rises one day. The horizon folds as the sea absorbs the world and transforms everything that's been pulled inside it. 3 kids find themselves unmoored and lost, but brought together by a physical and mental challenges brought by the tides and a desire to avoid harming any living creature. Anzuelo is the new graphic novel by Eisner Award-winning cartoonist Emma Rios, and this is the last book I will showcase on Final Order Report this week. And I would like to thank you. Let's do that. I would like to thank you for joining us on Final Order Report this week. I'll join you again next Friday at 5. Sure, I'll schedule it for 5 for more spotlights on upcoming books that are going to print. Also, would like to invite you back to watch us on Tuesday night at 6:30 for Brain Scan, our live stream preview of New Comic Book Day from the floor of Green Brain Comics. It's live 6:30 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. And we'll be showing you books like Mystique #1, Batman and Robin Year 1 from Mark Waid, Chris Samney, and Jupiter's Legacy, the finale miniseries from Mark Miller, Tommy Lee Edwards, all coming out on Wednesday, October 16th. And finally, I'd like to invite you back to the store on Monday, October 21st for Brain Candy number 61, a free review of music, prose, poetry, and visual art, featuring the music of Jeff Spissick, the poetry of Denise R. Irvin, the prose of Andy Mozina, and the visual art of Kaylee Blevins, all put together and organized by the Emerging Writers Network and brought to you on the floor of Green Brain Comics for absolutely free on the third Monday of the month, Monday, October 21st at 7 p.m. It is Brain Candy 61. Oh my gosh, folks, that was a lot. Remember, the deadline for final order cutoff is this Monday at noon, October 14th. Please confirm your items in your cart before the deadline. And I'd also like to thank you for joining me for the final order report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All the links to our shopping cart website and Comic Hub are below in the descriptions. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.